And we're back with some more Rimworld, and it's ideology time. I have been looking forward to this for what feels like an eternity. Now, I haven't spoiled myself too much by looking through any guides or seeing what's available. I just want to go in as close to blind as possible on a bunch of this stuff. Now, it's going to be using the regular difficulty, regular start, you know, the usual. There's a bunch of quality of life mods. I am really sorry that they introduced 500% difficulty, because it just makes every other playthrough chronically difficult now. Alright, now, this playthrough is going to be about guns. Yeah, lots and lots of guns, so our starting location doesn't really matter too much. Over here we have found ourselves a nice little setup. It gives us within close trading distance of this partner right here, who can sell us hopefully some early game guns. We want miniguns, lots of miniguns. This is going to be a minigun playthrough. Why? Because we'll see what happens with the religion side of it. As for the Empire there close by, we've got a second trading partner over here. Can we trade with those yellows? Yeah, we can trade with the Black Trobo tribe? Whatever. We can rename those. So, let's just grab a terrain tile here that has marble on it. That is... Ooh, oh, that's got marble, granite, and slate. Thank you kindly. We will take... Oh, too close. Found one. Marble and granite on this tile. Perfect. We may not end up staying on this tile, but we might as well take everything we can. Now, from what I can see here, you can make an absolutely perfectly customized religion, which would take an eternity. Or you can play classic, which I'm not quite sure. I want to go with fluid. Begin with a simple ideology and develop it over time. That sounds like the least troublesome one. This here, it seems, does not affect anything. We just get to choose whichever one's a pretty picture. So, embodied tastes it is. Now we get to pick which one is going to be our starting one, and I think it's gotta be Raider. Yeah, we're all about the gun, so raiding it is, I'm afraid. Can we pick more than one? No, you only get the one you can go with. So, Raider it is. This should give us a few different things. Alright, now this would never do. We need to change this core narrative. There we go. That's a more acceptable faith for our people. According to scripture, Emily was a badass and stuff. In her name, it's not just totally okay to shoot people, it's encouraged. If you shoot enough people in her name, you get to be with her in the afterlife. It's said that if enough people are killed in her name all at once, she will come down and lift you up to paradise. Don't know where they got these crazy ideas. If you don't do all this stuff and things in the scripture, you end up in hell with the dad. Not much is known about the dad, except that he did not approve of her lifestyle choices. Whatever. There's some stuff and things you can change up here related to your culture, and it changes the ambient music that plays in the background. Good to know. Turns out we can generate points to reform our religion as time goes by, but the main thing we need to know is precepts. Turn that off. We are now raiding. We are a raiding precept, which means we get a +6 mood bonus if our people go raiding for 25 days. However, if we don't go raiding for 25 days, we get a -6, which is bad. Global work speed -8%. Yeah, so people don't like working. They just like raiding. More working, more raiding, less working, it seems. Most of this stuff is going to say the same, like they're not cannibals or anything, or they're not going to suddenly like be okay with not wearing pants. But they don't mind corpses. It seems observing corpses does nothing to them now. They don't care. They like skull spikes, which is new. That's going to be interesting. Organ usage is acceptable. They have no problem with harvesting organs, which... Right, that's a big change. Slavery is acceptable, also a big change. I'm not sure about people dying, though. Execution is horrible if innocent. Okay, I don't think we can just cut the organs out of people and kill them, because people would still be unhappy that... never mind, we're not going to be doing that. Alright, this is the Prime Honcho, who would be the leader of our religion. I swear to God, I did not change that name, it just started as Prime Honcho. Then we've got the Chaplain of Chill, who's our moral guide, our melee specialist, Slashy Max Stab, and our shooting specialist, Max Daka. I'm going to say nothing about the names on those ones. This is just the stuff we got randomly assigned. Funerals, sky lanterns, and gladiatorial festivals, and all of these things. I like that the relic we got was the minigun. If it wasn't the minigun, I was still going to change it to that, because we're going to be a minigun rated thing. Cats are venerated, which... I kind of want to get rid of the cats, but at the same time, you know what? It's random enough, we'll take it. Alright, to start off, instead of just picking random colonists out of our starting stack, we are going to randomize these colonists until we get ones that are trigger happy. Yep, we're going to go and find some trigger happy people, and then once we have trigger happy people assigned for all of these, we'll pick 3 of them, well, based on what stats we get. So give me a minute while I do a whole bunch of rolling. That only took 2 minutes and 50 seconds to turn every single one of them into trigger happy nutjobs. Alright, let's see if we can make a colony out of these. Oh wow. Incapable of caring, cooking, social, firefighting, intellectual, and you're a depressive. Oh, but your construction is 11. Before I show you our average colonists, let's go through the ones we didn't pick because of various issues. Incapable of dumb labour, skilled labour and hauling. Only good at art and social. That's it. No thank you. Even though they've got Sanguine as a trait with the plus 12 mood build bonus, no. Then we've got Rissa here. A trigger happy optimist. Great combo. Unfortunately, they've got a bad back, which means they have a 30% movement penalty, combined with a peg leg, which is another 25. They can't move. They're just slow. This one, a whole bunch of scars on their legs as well. They're about 25% too slow. Plus, they've got hearing loss. Yeah, this is just not working out here. Then we've got this one, incapable of caring, cooking, social, firefighting, and intellectual. Also, they're depressive. What the hell? Oh, scratch scar on their eye. Just so bad. They're just the worst. And then we've got Kato here, who has a smoke leaf dependence. This one I almost went with. They've got shooting, construction, and animals. But for our team, Mitchell Skaggs. Pricked mainly because they've got a construction skill. Their secondary and social is what to put them over the top, on top of Kato down here, because Kato didn't have any social, and we have no other people who've got social to go with them. Then we've got Ali Piper down here. They are, well, also got construction, which is great, but the main reason we picked them, cooking. This is the only person who actually has a passion in cooking. Every single other character has no passion in cooking. They're our best cook at 3. Yeah, so we had no choice there. Also, they've got a Raging Go Juice addiction, but barring the Raging Go Juice addiction and the intellectual and artistic incapabilities, amazing pawn. Well, once they get over the Go Juice. Then we've got Carl Wallace down here. Excellent at animals, medical, social, intellectual, but can't do skilled labour. You know what? They'll work out just fine. They don't have any massive negatives, and they're the only one we've got left that has intellectual. Actually, they're literally the only one with intellectual, so we were sort of stuck on that front as well. You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, let's start this sucker up. So it's the same start. We fall out of the sky. And let's see what we got to work with here. Oh, first up, which one of you is the drug addict? First thing we do is we get Ali to drop that Go Juice. We can't have them carrying around that Go Juice with them. They start with 2. That Go Juice, they'll keep tucking into it. We need to get them off those drugs as quickly as possible. If we're desperate, we can dose them up if we need to keep them going for a raid or something, but by and large, I would just like to get them as clean as quick as possible. What we've done here is we have set up everyone's schedule. Damn it. We have set up everyone's drugs on social to pick up the lying around Go Juice and put it in their inventory. Except for Ali. Ali there is not going to pick up any drugs. Alright, let me have a quick look and see what kind of map we're working with here. Looking around, I think we're just going to renovate this old shack right here. The reason being is, well, it's just nice and close by, and we can move all our supplies in there rather quickly. The other place I was thinking of was over here, where we could wall in this section, in between these two, and it would give us plenty of expansion room, though we're not really good at mining yet. So I think, no, this would take the shortest amount of time to get up and running into a functional little colony. First things first, we are going to unforbid all the items on the map, because, you know, we want to be able to claim all of this. And we're going to claim all of that section there, and then we're immediately going to set about construction, and we're going to use steel for that. Oh, actually, we do have enough wood, do we? Yeah, you know what? Wooden walls will be fine. And then we're just going to build to maximize the amount of space for the least investment of construction materials. And yes, I know I made a mistake there, but I'll fix that in a moment. Done. So with that, once that's completed, they'll have a sealed in area. Then we just have to get them some beds. It has been a while since I started. There is so much work to be doing. The first thing we have to do is set everyone's priorities. It's going to be rough. Reason being, this person, really good at constructing and social, and that's it. So they're easy. They're simple as all hell set up. This person is going to be doing cooking until, you know, the withdrawal symptoms make them useless at it and give everyone food poisoning. But, you know, while they're not falling over from the withdrawal just yet, we can get them in the construction and all that. Carl here, however, has a bit of a problem. They're only good at animals, medicine, intellectual. They can't do any skilled labour, so construction, mining, cooking, plants. They can't even chop down some trees for us to help out. They can pretty much cart stuff around the place. That's it. But that's fine. We're going to give them a gun and send them off hunting. So, give me a few minutes here while I set all of this up. And everyone's off on their way. Carl here is going to be our hunter, even though their shooting skill is absolutely horrendous. Reason being, well, they can't really do much else. Checking on their work schedule here, yeah, there's a really big gap between actually training animals and then loading and delivery and all that hauling stuff. We're going to have them hit the alpacas because the alpacas don't run and... Where are you? Oh, yeah, alpacas don't fight back. It'll at least build up their work skill. Over here, we're slowly walling this place in, and then we're going to move all of this stuff that's out here inside. Where are you going? Hauling wood? Dear Lord, you're getting it from miles away. But we should at least have the guts of this place started in a minute. And at the same time, once Carl here at some point clips an alpaca. Where are you? Oh my god, you've driven them miles away. Yeah, each one of those is worth about 1 bed. Well, 1 bedroll. Yes, that's it. They're worth 1 bedroll. Oh, the worst part about this is going to be plants. We have absolutely atrocious plant skill on everyone. Well, Ali's got an actual passion for it, but yeah, that go juice addiction is going to start kicking in at some point. Yeah, it's fine. Once she gets down to there, she's going to start having a really bad day. That lasts about a whole month. We may have to dose her a couple of times more with go juice just to get a base started. Well, it turns out Carl's not a very good shot. Who would have known their 0 in shooting and trigger-happy ability would result in them being terrible at shooting? I switched them over to the pistol just so they could get off more shots. But it's going to be a while before they kill anything. I mean, they tried, God help them, but I don't think they actually wounded a single animal I sent them after. Oh well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. For the time being, we are going to dismantle this, make a little bit more space, and we're going to get Carl to cart in all of the outside supplies. Yeah, it's time we made this place livable, at least for a little while. To get our basics installed, we have a wooden horseshoe pin right there, just for the very simple of recreation. No one's using it though, they're all going for walks, because that's more inefficient a use of a recreational time, so whatever, we'll let them do that. Ali here is currently just... Well, her recreation seems to be pretty good, probably because of that go juice that's going on, but yeah, she'll get around to it in a bit. And then we're going to dismantle those wall segments and move the rest of the stuff inside, though... What? Why are you moving the steel in there? Damn it. Well, at least Ali has some appreciation. She's using the horseshoe pin. See, why couldn't the rest of you do that? It saves us so much time. Because of our inability to acquire any leathers or any type of animal skins, we're just going to make them regular beds. Out of steel. You know, just bunks, I suppose. One of the nice things we've got here, we did get burned on a few things, but one of the nice things is we've got 2 people with a burning passion for construction, with a double burning passion for construction. That is going to be so helpful long term. That's a good bed. That's a good bed. Oh, that's really good for us. And the thing about a good bed is, where is it? Rest effectiveness. Rest effectiveness of 108%. They sleep a little bit faster, which means we'll get more productivity out of them during the day. You go, Ali. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm just... The moment that go juice addiction hit bottoms out, they're going to become essentially worthless for about 30 days. I am not looking forward to it. Normal steel bed. You know what? After the first 2... actually, should we deconstruct that? An 8% gain? I mean, what's a normal bed at? Yeah, a normal bed is rest effectiveness of 100%. We can get an 8% sleep effectiveness bonus. It might be worth it to deconstruct this bed and actually reconstruct it again. Yeah, we'll go for it. We'll risk it. I mean, I'm willing to burn a little bit of resources. Why not? And it's another normal bed. It's fine. We can live with it. Let's see. Nope. We do not want you putting on that flak vest just yet. The reason being, the flak vest is just going to slow you down. Flak vests decrease your movement speed. If we just check here, where is it? Yes, movement speed minus 0.12. It's not a huge deal later on, but for now, we want to maximize the productivity of everyone. So we'll leave that one off the leash, so to speak. And I can get back to work. Alright, let's pull the last of this stuff inside and prepare for our first night on the Rim. Our first night on the Rim is done, and I think we've done quite well for ourselves. Poor Mitchell is the only one who got stuck with the normal bed. Carl and Ali both got the nice ones. Well, I suppose Ali did deserve the nicer bed. Though, I'm really not looking forward to her withdrawal symptoms. That one I may regret. Damn, I'm also thinking... No, it's fine. I've also found this very interesting section here where we've got 2 granite rock chunks in the middle of the water. That's very rare to find that sort of thing happening. We'll come back to more on that later, but we better bring all those meals back inside. Why is there 4 random packaged survival meals just over here? Yeah, we'll take those in tomorrow. You know, I probably should have just built more walls as opposed to repairing all of these. It takes far longer to repair them than it would to have just built a whole bunch of new walls. So hey, they got a nice place to kip in for the night. Well, okay, a dull, dirty place. What's everyone's mood looking like today? We want to make sure... Low expectations, burning passion for your work, initial optimism. Oh yeah, that's going to wear out in 7 days, but not the worst. Slept in the cold. We can get a fire in here. Minor pain. Well, that's... Oh yeah, they were born with that. That's going to suck. Oh, they also have minor pain. How's Carol doing? Also minor pain. They all have minor pain to start. You see, this is the joy of Rimworld. So you have to start with random colonists that are just picked randomly out of a hat. They're never perfect. Starting with a perfect colony of colonists would be it would be the wrong way to play. You need to start with a bunch of malcontents who are just not perfect and always have a bunch of problems with them. Otherwise, it's just not nearly as much fun. Oh wow, I really should have deconstructed those earlier. And yeah, question is, do we floor this place just to improve the mood a little bit? I would much prefer to actually buy a statue. I think our plan is going to be quite simple. We're going to, well, trade with this crowd here. So I'm thinking we go around, butcher a bunch of animals, take the meat and hides and go sell them to our local neighbours and use that as our trading strategy. Well, our early game trading strategy to get guns and armour. We're going to have to start planting some crops soon as well. I've got 2 patches of potatoes being set up outside, and we have some visitors showing up, which, this could be interesting for us. I'm thinking we can use them to net ourselves a little bit of meat. That mega sloth is really close by, and if it were to suddenly go savage, well, I think it would attack them. Question is, can we make it work well? Where are you going to stop? Okay, that's actually perfect for us. Alright, let's grab the people who've got the guns. Actually, you're bringing over the last of those resources. That's fine. Come on. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. You know what? We're going to do it from here. Now, this thing moves pretty fast. It's got a movement speed of 4.80. Our movement speed is not showing up here. Oh, goddammit. Yep, I'll fix that later. We'll just go and have a quick look in here. 4.32 and whatever. Mitchell's not much better. We're going to get you two to hide over there. Ali, what are you doing? You know what? I'm going to bring you back inside immediately, and we're going to lock that door behind you, and we're going to have you hold that door open. Okay, you two. Oh yeah, you can't hit anything. The bullets suck so bad. Wow! Yep, that's pretty bad. Hold on, this could take a moment or 3. Ali, just, ooh, you know what? We'll have to keep Ali inside. This is going to mess with her productivity for a little bit while we get this sorted. Well, I think we got its attention, though. We did have to chase it a little bit. Let's hope it, yeah, it's not going to catch us. Okay, perfect. We'll run back in here. We will close the doors behind us, and we will let our guests take care of the problem. This saves us a whole bunch of efforts. Okay, everyone inside. That is perfect. You know what? We'll just lock the doors, and then we can let everyone do whatever they want in here. Why don't you just give the place a good sweep or something? Oh. Okay, that's you guys did incredibly well there. Thank you so much. Now let's see if you've got anything worth trading for. I'm not sure we want to trade with this guy. I don't want to be like a little bit judging a book by its cover, but the guy's holding a knife and he has crazy hair. Alright, let's see. Oh, heavy SMG. Yes. Okay, just note before we do this. Oh, reinforced barrel. Okay, so that's how you make the mortars nowadays. Let me think about this for a minute. Well, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of those flak pants. We don't want the flak pants. They just slow you down. So they can go already. I think we're going to want to butcher up this mega sloth right now, and I wonder will they buy the meat from the mega sloth? While we're building our slaughtering table so that we can butcher up that mega sloth, we managed to locate another mega sloth, which, yeah, let's see if we can't annoy it with Carl over here. Carl, how's your shooting skill looking? Still couldn't hit a wall. Yep, that sounds about right. Oh god, I think that one went right through it. Let me do some chasing. Never mind, our visitors are leaving. We haven't managed to aggro the mega sloth, namely because, yeah, shooting skill's rather low and roll trigger happy, so we'll just let Carl go back to work. Carl, grab whatever resources are right there and bring them back home. Oh, that means we need to trade immediately once. Come on, butcher that up, Ali. Butcher. Once that's butchered, we want to see if we can't trade the meat and hides away to them. Just actually, let me put down a stockpile zone right there. Reason being, if we don't have it in a stockpile or home zone, it shouldn't show up anywhere. Alright, our best social is Mitchell, and Mitchell has got a social of 7 with a burning passion for it. So hopefully once we can start recruiting people, he'll level up very quickly. Where are we? Oh, you won't buy the mega slot meat or the heavy furs. That's fine. Fine? It's not that annoying. We're gonna have to pay straight up for the heavy SMG. Don't care. For such a power upgrade, totally worth it. That was one of the things we were hoping to buy in the local town. Alright, but we're going to... Oh, we also harvested a few berries earlier. It's time to see if we can't get a pack animal together. There's some alpacas running around here somewhere. And that's our first animal pen. And, oh, and Carl has successfully tamed their first alpaca. Not really too surprising, seeing their animal skill is 10. Their shooting skill is terrible. Animal skill, amazing. In fact, let's see if we can't tame this one as well. Oh, they're 10... What's the average life expectancy of these things? 15 years? Oh, hell yeah. No problems. We'll take that one too. Carl, do you have enough? Does that mean you... Okay, you leash it. Oh, you're going to do one at a time. So you've leashed it and you're going to bring it back to here, I presume. And then this wooden pen marker will allow us to keep how many of them? Nutritional growth 0.55. You know, we'll figure it out later. For the time being, Mitchell and Ali over here are planting ourselves our first potato crop. We could go with rice because that is rich ground, but nah. Well, we didn't have time to get the second alpaca, but we do have one alpaca already sorted, and that means we can take all that meat tomorrow, and we're going to drag that all the way to the nearest town. 213 megasloth meat should grab us a little bit of resources. Also, we can sell off all that heavy fur. It's quite valuable. And that should hopefully give us an idea of what the town has as well. First thing in the morning, though, we will get back to planting the last of those potatoes. The sooner we get those done, the sooner they'll grow. Need defenses. Yeah, we should probably get sandbags and traps set up. I think traps are going to be the order of the day for dealing with our first raid. You are coming down there to grab that alpaca. Excellent. Excellent. We should be just about ready to do our first trade caravan. Since Mitchell has our highest social, we're going to get them to load up on everything. All the furs and meat, and we're going to send them on their way. Caravan-wise, that's going to take them about 0.2 of a day to get to the location. Yeah, it's pretty close by, and plus we've got this nice road. Roads give a movement terrain bonus, so the movement difficulty is 0.5. Plus you throw on top a road on top of that. I think this is going to take, what, 0.2 of a day? It's nothing. They'll be back before dinner time. In the meantime, everyone else can start cleaning this place out. And a little bit of a bonus for us. A cougar killed off a gazelle over here, I just noticed, so yeah, we're going to add that to our pile of food. That's pretty much what we're going to survive on early game is meat. You can cook meat up into meals quite easily, and oh, I never put a torch in the kitchen area, did I? Well, if we're going to be cooking in there, we're going to need it. In fact, I think we're going to floor this. I've been informed that flooring has now changed. You know what? We'll see what the food poisoning is like without a floor. I wish I did some testing on that. You know what? No, we'll floor it. We might as well. Concrete. Concrete is dirt cheap and super quick to build. It's not pretty, but hopefully it'll prevent the food poisoning. That was an incredibly short journey. We can sell off that megasloth meat, and we can also get rid of that heavy fur. That nets us 360. Right. What can we buy for that, though? They don't have a heavy SMG, do they? They've got some weird stuff here. They now have steel terror sculptures. So terror sculptures are a thing. They actually have negative beauty, but seem to have a terror offset quality. I presume this is for keeping slaves in line or something, you know, horrifying along those lines. It seems very Rimworld. They do have a bunch of nice stuff here. Like they've got a jump jetpack, would always be very handy. Flak vest, that might be worthwhile. Also, the assault rifle and machine pistol look good, but I think the flak vest might help keep us alive a little bit longer. We can take that because it's well inside our affordable range. It was either that or the machine pistol, and I think we've got enough weaponry for now. Well, if it's a choice between the machine pistol, a machine pistol would replace our bolt action or a regular revolver, whereas the flak vest is just a straight up upgrade to someone. I'm thinking we definitely take that and head straight back home with it. Yeah. Everyone else is collecting resources. We're getting all the stuff on the map and bringing it back to this location. In fact, I think it's time to set up a little bit of a trap corridor, just in case our first raid is more than one person. I swear I'll get around to the trap corridor in a minute. Wallace, what are you doing, buddy? Why are you the one cutting the tree? You have literally zero plant skill. It's actually disabled for you. The only reason they're able to cut down that section there is because it's got concrete going over it. Yeah. That was literally the person who would be the slowest at doing it and gain absolutely nothing from it. Oh, looks like Ali has hit her go juice withdrawal. That's not good. Also, we've switched her over to a night shift, namely because she actually is a night owl. And having her not on night shifts while also going through go juice withdrawal, that could be a problem. Oh, they're 21%. They just got to stay off go juiced for a long time. How has their movement dropped to 9%? Oh, wow. They may actually just be useless for this entire time, are they? Alright, so to be clear, Ali can't walk anymore. turns out that go juice addiction has completely incapacitated her because combined with her scars, yeah, they're out of action until the go juice addiction wears off. According to the wiki, this only lasts to about 25 days. That's fine. That's it's not going to make this a little bit more difficult at all. Well, nutrient paste it is then. So probably right about there would be a good idea. We can build in a little fridge area back here. I think that's pretty much our only choice, nutrient paste. It's not a bad choice, but I do feel kind of silly for having built this whole section over here. Oh well. Oh, and what's left in that 1.1 days? I suppose, Mitchell, you're going to get trained up in cooking, namely because Carol can't. Oh God, this is going to be a problem. Okay, well, Carol's got medical, which means we can't let them get hurt because they got to repair everyone after a fight. However, Mitchell is the only one that can do the butchering. So if Mitchell gets, oh, you know what? It's fine. We will tackle the problems as they come while Sleeping Beauty over here. Yes, this is a great start. Oh, some cargo pods have arrived. What do we got? Psychite tea. Actually, that's a lot of Psychite tea. We will take it. Thank you very much. It won't save us, but you know what? We need to get that nutrient paste dispenser up and running soon. We can feed Ali on that exclusively. It doesn't matter if she gets a negative moodlet. She can't walk, so it's not like she's going to be able to get up and complain about it. Nutrient paste dispenser will fulfill all of our wonderful needs for at least for a while. We're going to need to put one hopper on it here. And you know what? I think we should probably drill a hole around here because we put the butchering table over here and that over there. Not my smartest plan, but in all fairness, I wasn't planning on building this in the first place. And I'm finally getting around to building those steel traps that I was procrastinating about for so long. Doggy, maybe don't stand on the steel traps. Damn it. Yeah, this is going to really eat into our productivity, at least for the next 25 days. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get ourselves up some security. And what are you doing? Okay, building paved tile. You know what? Build these walls. Yeah, build those walls over there. And then once those walls are built, we can finish off our little trap corridor, which is minuscule and not very effective. Actually, one thing while I close a few doors. With 2 traps, we should hopefully be able to hold off a small raid, or at least help us out. We're going to be depending on, well, basically guns. We have a heavy SMG on one pawn who has terrible shooting skills. We might want to change that over to Mitchell when the time comes. And we'll probably take the bolt or the revolver for Carol. Actually, no, Carol can take the plasteel knife. They at least have a melee skill that doesn't make them horrendous. Depends really on what the first raid looks like when it hits. Well, now that we've got the nutrient paste dispenser sort of ready, well, also this gazelle was about to go off, so we've managed to butcher that up. We're going to use that meat to start running the nutrient paste dispenser. We need to get Ali onto the nutrient paste as quickly as possible because this go juice withdrawal, it actually drives up their, their food requirements. As in, they actually get hungrier faster and we're burning through more of our packaged survival meals, which we want to keep for a while. There we go. Up and running. You, first thing in the morning, I want you to build that hopper. Once the hopper's filled, we'll throw the meat into it, and from there on in, you're all on the nutrient paste. Oh, and we better deconstruct that sandstone wall so people can gain access to the nutrient paste dispenser. Well, our first threat is a wild boar. That's, well, unless you get the Megastot Revenge, but I don't. So, a wild boar has gone mad. This used threat points of 105. Now, I've installed a mod that lets me see how many threat points were used with something, just so we know when we're getting close to the max out of 10,000. 105 points used to make a boar go mad. Alright, Randy, that's the way you want to do it. We'll have Carol here go close the doors. That's all we really care about, and we'll take care of this thing in the morning after Carol gets a good night's sleep. Carol, go back to bed. Perfect. We'll sort out the rest of it when we wake up. First thing in the morning, it's time to see how good Mitchell is at shooting. My guess is... Oh, wow. You destroyed a gate. I think that alpaca's about to make a run for it. Mitchell, just get back inside. You know, I think I'm going to have a change in policy so that all of them can get trained up in actually shooting stuff, because this is just embarrassing. Oh my god. Carol, how are you looking? Your rest is at 71%. You know what? We will leave it until everyone is awake. That was... Mitchell, I just have to say, that was an exceptional shot. That was the one piece of fence that cost 25 wood, and you managed to destroy it in a single hit. What do you... Stay away from my sandstone door. Well, I was about to go ahead and take care of the boar, but I think it just left. Oh. It got tired and took a nap. Right. Okay then. Well, that was our first threat. I think our colony survived it quite nicely. It would appear putting down all of these paved tiles has slowly but surely decreased the ugliness in here. We're now up to slightly impressive barracks. That'll help out with the mood, because that mood is not going to last forever. Low expectations are fine, but the initial optimism is going to wear off, and that -10 is going to hurt a little bit. I think we can handle it. Everyone's mood is actually looking pretty upbeat right about now. So is my mood, for that matter. I kind of like that one of our colonists immediately got struck down by their own addiction. It's so Rimworld. If you're playing Rimworld and you don't have horrible stuff like this happen to you, is it really Rimworld? I mean, Rimworld always finds a way, just always out of left field, just to kick you in the love spuds when you're not looking. You think, okay, it's fine. You understand that they're going to be a little bit out of action, but no, Rimworld's like, haha, we're going to take them entirely out of action. Never mind. But we did take care of our first threat, which honestly, that was not even a threat. That was kind of embarrassing. But I think the plan is going to be very simple. We are going to grab Mitchell and Carol, and we are going to give them 2 guns, and we're going to tell them to start clearing out the map of all animals. We're going to go on a wildlife hunting spree. We're going to kill everything. Then we're going to butcher them up. Then we're going to sell the meat and the hides to the locals for money. And we are going to make sure that everyone gets good armor and good weapons. One thing is, where is it over here? This thing is 28.2 days until they restock. So by the time they restock, we should have basically cleaned them out of anything useful and any money they've got. That's the plan. You may be wondering, why is everyone trigger happy? Well, the reason I got everyone trigger happy is I want to see what happens late game when we have a colony consisting entirely of only trigger happy colonists that all have miniguns. That's actually it. It's not really more complicated than that. That was the whole reasoning behind it. If I could get that far and survive that long, that would be wonderful. Anyway, it's good to be back on the Rim. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.